There is a growing green movement in Beijing's suburbs.
When I go into school in Beijing, in Renmin University, I was studying about mostly about agriculture, environment issues. While doing my study, I really got interested in the nature side of farming. So when I graduate, I started Share Harvest. We started the farm in 2012, and actually the first funding funded by our consumers.
Shi Yan is a farmer in Beijing's suburbs. She runs an urban farming collective.
So 10 families, they prepaid the farm with 5 years of vegetables fee. In total, we got 10 families. So that's our first funding to start. For agriculture, you count very fast. So that's why we started by crowdfunding. It's really how you can connect with the land, with the local people, local families.
Shi forms this connection with her customers by offering them organic crops.
So this is our packaging room, and so every day, every morning, we harvest from the field. Then in the afternoon, we will package all the vegetables into a box. Then in the evening, our driver will take all the boxes into the city. The other morning, all the customers, all our members, they will receive the boxes. So it's very fresh, like from harvest to the table, 24 hours.
This is no easy task, as every day is a battle against pollution, a battle Shi fights with the help of her local community.
We call them young farmers and the old farmers. So the old farmers, they are coming from the local village, and they work here as an employee. And also you can see many young faces at Share Harvest. So they are working with us, also as an employee, but they are all members of our community.
Shi and her collective keep a close eye on soil and water quality in hopes of offering non-polluted foods to their members.
You know, there are people, a lot of young farmers and old farmers are working here to practice good farming here, and we are changing the environment in this area. Agriculture pollution now is the first contributor of our non-pot pollution in China. So actually doing organic farming is, I think, is the most important thing because the gardeners actually protect our soil and also water. So actually, before we come here, we tested our water and also the soil to check if it can be our standards to do organic farming.
In the late 70s, China's rapid economic growth meant environmental damage in the following decades.
This kind of focus on economic development is really drive the country to, we focus only on the economic development so that we sacrifice our environment.
But now, with its fortunes changed, China is trying to restore the country's ecology.
I think starting from that point, there is a consensus being built that you cannot grow your economy at the expense of your livelihood, of your health.
Ma Tianxu is the managing editor of China Dialogue, an independent organization that looks at China's urgent environmental challenges. He was previously the program director for Greenpeace in China.
So this is a big problem. Again, in other parts of the country, water pollution, soil pollution today are also big problems because of the past 3 decades of economic growth without much consideration for environmental qualities, and now we're basically paying the price.
It's also related to our, environment, like the water, the soil. All these questions are all together related in the food system.
The biggest problem in China nowadays is water. 90% of the rivers or reservoirs in China are polluted. The water flowing inside cannot be, has to be kept away from the human touch. So that means they cannot be used in any functionality.
Jiaping Chu is a chemical engineer specializing in water filtration.
People care about the water because they believe they have a higher living standard and their living quality is good and they don't want to get sick. They want living longer, healthier, and they want that convenience of clear and pure water.
Concern for repairing the environment has permeated China. It's not just farmers, but also engineers working to find solutions to offer healthy ways to end pollution.
Because of the very complex nature of water pollution in China, to treat those waters, you need new technologies, whether there are filters or there are biological means of cleaning up those water. So it has actually created a whole industry around water treatment, where you have manufacturers and particularly material innovators, coming up with all kinds of solutions like new kinds of filters and new kinds of biological solutions to tackle this water pollution problem.
China invested quite a big lump sum of money into environmental industry. Among this, I believe could be 10 to 15% would be go to the filtration technology providers and manufacturers.
And just as personal health starts with the individual, advocates believe so too does environmental health.
I think everyone, we are what we eat. So start from yourself.